Well, Heart for ENC is an organization that exists to equip and empower nonprofits in our community, hopefully helping them get better at what they do and therefore transforming our community. We really believe that healthy nonprofits are a great way to make a huge impact in our community. So instead of trying to go after a particular problem, we're trying to help the people that are going after a variety of problems so they can more effectively accomplish the things they're called to do. We provide ongoing training. Each quarter we'll have a topic. Right now we're in the middle of a staff leadership topic, so we'll do a large group workshop and then we'll follow it up with small group events for the following several weeks to kind of dig more deeply into different topics. So we'll do staff leadership, we'll do strategic planning, we'll do marketing and communications, organizational measurement, different aspects of nonprofit leadership, trying to bring those resources to the table for nonprofit leaders who generally are busy, overwhelmed, don't have time to go chasing this information. Maybe we all want to know more about how to lead better, how to organize ourselves better, but generally we get consumed with the busyness of the organization. So we're trying to find ways to bring that resource to the table so they can have access to it. We spend a lot of time chasing nonprofits, a lot of time building relationships with and trying to encourage relationships among nonprofits. So it's workshops, it's small groups, it's coaching one-on-one, different things. I lead a small group called a nonprofit leaders cohort. We're 9 different nonprofit leaders. We meet monthly for training, accountability, and just building relationships among them, which has been really fun for me. Well, it was started by a group of businessmen who were interested in trying to go after some of the problems that really seem to be obviously growing in our community: fatherlessness, kids continuing to fall back into trouble in the program and in and out of jail. And really it started from that, and these guys began to look for what are some solutions. Went to another city, Selma, Alabama, and met a judge there who was doing some dynamic work in the community, and came back and thought, we need to start something like that here. So it kind of started with these business people who said, we're going to try to solve this problem. But what was neat about that is that as they did that, they began to realize, wait a minute, there are a lot of people here who are already doing great work in our community, and instead of us creating another nonprofit or another event, let's ask those people what they need. And so that's really how it began. So they started working with a small group, 6 or 7 nonprofits for the first couple of years, just saying, hey, let's help you, let's support you. We need training. They said, we need training, we could use help with grants, we could use just access to resources. And so they began to do that. And once that got established, I came in as director, and we began to just do the same with more. And so we've grown our footprint. We've probably worked with over 100 nonprofits over the past 5 years, and just continuing to provide resources, trying to reach out and see what the needs are and find ways to put them together. We really believe that we're better together. Often nonprofits are isolated because of a lot of reasons, but it's interesting how many people are doing similar work and are unaware of each other. So I love the idea of finding ways to put them together and just to know each other and to begin to think, how can we do more and do it more effectively collectively. So that's a big part of what we're doing. Well, we hope to continue to expand our reach. We feel like we've done a great job of connecting with nonprofits in Pitt County, somewhat in Beaufort, Lenore County, and Martin County. Realize that once you get outside of this area, it's just a cliff of resources. There's so much less available to people in outlying areas, especially east of here. And so our hope is to find ways to find those nonprofits, identify them, and then bring resources to them so they can thrive. Because there's so many people. I have a really unique seat where I get to meet people who are doing great work in our communities. Every time you realize, gosh, they're just under-resourced. It's time, it's money, it's people. Sometimes it's just awareness. People just don't know about them. So if we can find ways to shed light, to provide resources for those folks, that really is a big win for us. So my hope is to certainly continue to go deep here, but also to expand our reach beyond that. And so as far as working with nonprofits, and then in our community, I really believe it's important to try to raise awareness for the broader community to engage with nonprofits. So part of this building we're in here, there's 17 nonprofits in this building. In 6 businesses. So we've got this little hub, we've got providing services and facilities for them. We'd love to expand this work, love to have more opportunities for other nonprofits to be involved in something like this, but also finding ways to get businesses in the community more engaged with nonprofits, churches, and individuals. So I think that's a big part of our calling, is to increase engagement, to raise awareness. I talk a lot about there being needs in the community and being resources, and often they spin separately. There's needs, there's resources, but something like a hurricane happens and they get together, but then eventually it goes back to this. So really the hope is to more effectively find ways to put the needs and resources together so that the needs are met, the gaps are filled, and our community is transformed.